Guten Nacht. I am Count Mozart, your vampire host extraordinaire, and the only immortal host in the world. Introducing the bold, the beautiful, the beguiling and the bewitching Bela.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Count.
Ciao, Bella.
Oh. You know, Bella, I'm really needing some good news, so I hope we get there. But, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Count Mozart Bites, where you can come for the news and see us rip it to shreds. Isn't that funny? Wait a minute. What is that? Here it comes. Bella's breaking news. Bella, tell me something, darling. What's in the news?
Sure. Deputy FBI Director Bongino
Oh, boy.
has told people he is considering resigning.
Considering.
Yep.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, you do know what the alphabet agencies stand for, right? Let me spell it out to you. L-I-E. Lie. That's all they do. Bella, is this a comedy part of the news? I didn't know. I didn't know you're into comedy now. You're becoming a good comedian.
I'm just telling what's
You're
happening
just
out there.
relaying the good news.
I'm considering.
Why? Because of this Epstein thing? Oh,
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you mean that thing that every government's involved with?
Everybody.
Lord
A
have
big
mercy.
cover-up.
You know what's so great, though? People, I think the majority of people, they've had it, man.
Yes.
I just hope one day that these two sides could come to... Oh, by the way, I saw The Simpsons. Oh, my God. You know, I never watched that show. But all of a sudden, I see these little clips of these Simpsons. It's a cartoon, you know? And it shows these two politicians.
Right.
And one's a Democrat, one's a Republican. And then all of a sudden, they take off their masks and they're two like aliens or lizards or something like that, and they're like, and the whole crowd is like, oh, boo, boo, boo. Anyway, boom.
So
Right about here
being
I put it.
controlled by aliens.
No, well, no. They're making a point. They were saying, that's right, we are aliens or whatever they're saying, and they go, and then so a guy in the audience is like, well, I'm gonna vote for another party, and he's like, no, that's throwing away your vote. You know, everything they tell you.
Of failure have failed. We need to make them work again. Tomorrow, when you are sealed in the voting cubicle, vote for me, Senator Bob Dole.
I am looking forward to an orderly election tomorrow, which will eliminate the need for a violent bloodbath. America, take a good look at your beloved candidates. They're nothing but hideous space reptiles. It's true. We are aliens. But what are you going to do about it? It's a two-party system. You have to vote for one of us.
Right, this is a two-party system.
Well, I believe I'll vote for a third-party candidate.
Go ahead. Throw your vote away.
You know, everything
They're
they tell
the
you.
same party.
Yeah, everything they tell you.
Yes,
A
absolutely.
little closer to the mic. I'm gonna be like Joe Rogan. There
Okay.
you go. A little closer to the mic.
Alrighty.
Okay, listen.
Okay.
So in other words, it's the Jeffrey Epstein thing, right?
Yes.
You know, this guy was a beauty, and all the governments are involved. Hope they don't come after Count Mozart for talking about it, but we talk.
Be
about
careful.
It. Everybody, be careful. they can't touch a vampire. Come on. And anyway, they think they're vampires.
You have your hiding spot.
I got my hand spot. I got a coffin.
There you go.
You know, it's not the cough that sets you off. It's the coffin they send you off in. Thank God I got a laugh track. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Listen, everybody knows about this. I mean, it's a comedy.
It is.
So I almost don't even want to comment on it because it's so stupid. But I guess we have to. I mean, you just read it. But this guy, I saw there was a news thing on this Bongino and the other guy, Cash Patel, and they look like two hostages sitting there. It's like, it never happened, and he killed himself, and
You said Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide. People don't believe it.
Well, I mean, listen, they have a right to their opinion, but as someone who has worked
as a public defender, as a prosecutor who's been in that prison system, who's been in the Metropolitan Detention Center, who's been in segregated housing, you know suicide when you see one, and that's what that is.
He killed himself. You want me to get... I've seen the whole film.
He killed himself and ding dong ding dally bum bum skilly doo doo doo. I mean, it was the funniest thing I ever saw in my life. And now you got the blonde hair chick from Florida sitting there. I got all the and she's always calling them names. It's disgusting. It's like, I don't care what you, honey. You know, enough of the nonsense. You know.
In February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file, along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant by that. Also, to the tens of thousands of video, they turned out to be child porn downloaded by that disgusting Jeffrey Epstein.
You're all full of baloney.
They are.
I think I should just leave it at that and let them sort it out. You know what? I'm more interested in the Count Mozart show and making you happy. Bella, what else is in the news?
Yes. Michelle Pfeiffer lays into Bill Gates, accusing him of contaminating American food supply.
What does she do? She leans into him? Where'd that come from? The New York Post? What article is that from? She leans into him? Is that what they wrote? She leans into him. It's like, you know, some people don't understand that you know, that terminology. Leans into him. It's meaning she's giving him a hard time, folks. Right. But I mean, it's, you know, talk about an old kind of, right? An old way to, expression.
Yeah, he's leaning into him, yeah.
Anyway, thank God, you know what? Good for Michelle Pfeiffer. I love that woman. By the way, she's a beautiful woman.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Look at her.
She doesn't age.
She doesn't age. And even when you
she's
age,
like a
age
vampire.
is great. Women who age, men who age, it's great. We're not talking, you know, I know people talk a lot about that. They're great for their age. She's just like, you know, it comes from the inside out.
And she aged gracefully.
You know, some people do. Like Count Bela. And and Bella, by the way, you know, you're timeless. I'm not going to ask you your age. I know you can't do that.
Thank you.
But you look fantastic. Anyway, you know she's talking about, right? Now, I don't know if Gates is still involved. I know his well, you know how I feel about that one, folks. But his foundation, you know, I think they put a lot of money into this company called Apeel.
The biggest mysteries in the organic produce world right now is how did the new Apeel coating with financial backing from Bill Gates get approved for use on organic produce? You'll see these Apeel stickers on lots of produce items now. It means the produce has a coating on it that seals it up tight against anything getting in or out. Preserves it longer. What's in this coating? Well, it seems to be shrouded in mystery. The product intended to be organic, listed as Organapeel, is registered with the EPA as a pesticide with a rather short and cryptic ingredient list. Active ingredient, citric acid at 0.66%. Other ingredients, not named, 99.34%. That's 100%. Great, it's all accounted for. Maybe it's listed that way because citric acid could qualify as organic if it's not from a synthetic source. But what about the other 99.34%? Because I'm supposed to eat this coating. Oh, and get this, the EPA requires this caution on the label. Wash thoroughly with soap and water after handling and before eating. The certificate the Organic Material Review Institute issued to it that approved its use on organics lists it as a fungicide with no ingredient specified. I'm not sure what that's based on, but this is starting to smell. It reeks of influence peddling.
Sounds like a court case.
Yes.
Let's appeal. So what Apeel is, ladies and gentlemen, is for all you people who buy organic foods, which is fantastic. If you can't grow it, organic is the way to go, right? Because, you know, it's no monkey business going on, no GMOs, no garbage that they, you know, fertilizers and all this kind of crap. And it gets on the outsides of those fruits or insides, and it's terrible and it's bad for your health, et cetera, et cetera. But this Apeel company has come up with this kind of like a skin, almost like a wax thing probably, you know, where they spray it onto an apple, a grape, a vegetable, and it'll make it last longer.
Right, extend the shelf life.
Right, but it's this garbage. It's more poison.
Yeah, it's more poison for people.
Yeah, and the FDA, which is, you know, a big government agency, is approving that. So, ladies and gentlemen, do you remember what Count Mozart tells you? When you see good things, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. Remember that. Don't walk through life like a zombie or a robot. Wake up. You know, we ran into some people who just love following politicians. And as long as you're following politicians, you're going right off the cliff. They don't care about you, folks. Just letting you know.
That's the truth.
Just letting you know. They don't care. Well, they care about keeping their positions, and then the wizards behind the, curtains that control them, they're happy that they stay, but unbelievable. So anyway, this Apeel is terrible. Michelle Pfeiffer, she's amazing. She's wonderful. And thank God she said something, because it brings a little
she's speaking up. Yeah.
Because now when you buy an organic thing, it's not going to be organic. It's going to be crap.
It's
and you're not going to know that, by the way.
Yeah, they do it on purpose.
Do you know when you go to a restaurant, restaurants, ladies and gentlemen, also don't have to tell you where so if you like drinking, filtered water, well, forget that. It's all coming out of the sink. If you want organic food, forget it. They don't have to tell you. It's a law. Or I don't know if it's a law or not a policy. What would you call it? Well, whatever it is, restaurants don't have to tell you where the food comes from. They don't have to say it's organic, not organic. Now, if it says it on the menu, you're lucky, but they don't have to tell you. So it's a little scary, right? You know what you're eating.
Or if they have bioengineered ingredients.
Our favorite word. I'm gonna light you up with electricity again. Bioengineered. I mean, right off the bat, that's a code word because you don't know what that means really. Okay, it's not organic. It's not and organic is a beautiful word for just natural, in a natural environment, or grown naturally without crap fertilizer, GMOs. What else is in the news?
Yes.
Terrible news, by the way.
Well, we have a good news for a change.
Oh, good news?
Yes.
You're kidding?
Yes.
Wait a minute. There you go. We needed some intro for that.
Absolutely,
Good
yes.
news. Let's hear about it.
All 31 workers rescued after a tunnel collapses in Los Angeles.
Oh, God.
Yeah, 7-mile-long tunnel that transported wastewater to the Pacific Ocean.
What? Oh, hang on. I was about to... Hang on a second. Bella, wait. I'm about ready to clap. Wait, hang on a minute.
Were rescued.
Did you? So wait a minute. There were 31 people rescued from a tunnel that collapsed, but it was.
Let me read that one.
Read it one more time.
You confused me. Okay.
No.
Okay, let's try again. All 31 workers rescued after a tunnel collapses in Los Angeles.
Right. I'm getting ready to clap, but you said something else. What was the tunnel for?
Yes, that's what I wanted to explain. That it was a 7-mile-long tunnel.
That's a long tunnel.
That transport wastewater to the Pacific Ocean.
It was a sewer, but it's going into the ocean?
Yes.
Wastewater to the ocean?
Yes.
Ay. Yeah. Oh, well, thank God the people are alive. I give a clap to that. Okay, the wastewater into the ocean, and not so much.
Right, that's it.
Do they still do that? Count Mozart didn't know that.
I think they still throw garbage into the ocean.
Wastewater? Is it
It's
like
like
a sewer? So did the sewers still go to the oceans? I thought they went through treatment plants and stuff. I gotta look this up.
Scientists refer to water as being the bloodstream of the biosphere. Water is essential for the environment, it's essential for life, and it is really the lifeblood too of the economy. You run out of water, there's nothing you can do. Unfortunately, there's far too many sources of pollution and contamination into water. One, of course, is sewage that we're all familiar with. The other is just waste that runs off from cities and elsewhere. We can think about the impacts of water pollution as cascading through both the economy and the environment. Let's take the example, say, of nitrogen. You can start off with nitrogen in untreated sewage or on the farm. From there, the nitrogen goes into a river. From the river, of course, it can form algal blooms. Algal blooms cause all sorts of health problems to humans. They kill fish. It can kill the water altogether. Then it ends up in the sea in very, very large quantities. And eventually it causes something called hypoxia. That simply means lack of oxygen. And that causes dead zones. Dead zones, why? Because nothing can live without oxygen. You take out the oxygen from the water through the success of pollution, and what you've got is a complete dead zone, where fish can't exist. It's hazardous for anything that actually touches it. So the problem is not getting any better. It's actually getting a lot worse. And of course, everything in the environment is connected. so it feeds right back through. It's a problem that countries rich and poor alike have to systematically address because it impacts health.
Yeah, so obviously,
That's you know what?
obviously it is.
You know, Bella, you really threw me off on that one. Ladies and gentlemen, there are no teleprompters here. This is all live. Well, you know what I mean. That was it was a great story. You know. Anyway, they were saved. That's fantastic. Wastewater into the ocean, not so
good.
fantastic. Okay, so I don't know. We're going to end on really good news next time.
With a good
That was
note.
like a half and half.
Yeah.
But more, the better, of course. We save lives.
Yes.
I wonder what happened. The thing, it looked like... And by the way, I wonder if it's a tunnel or like a pipe.
Right. So it's a
31 people
tunnel.
in a pipe?
A 7 mile long.
A 7 mile long pipe. Or a
pipe.
tunnel. But it's probably a big pipe.
Yes, yes.
And then it crashed under... You know, I hate those things, you know. I like coffins. It's nice, but I don't want to be in no tunnels and caves and all that kind of crap.
Right.
I like a little coffin. You know, that's it. I feel at home.
You feel safe.
I feel
You're
safe.
Coughing.
You know, it's all satin lined and everything like that. I can knock.
Right.
Let's go with it. Anyway, Bella, fantastic. I love your news bites. You're looking dynamite.
Thank you.
This is a really great news ending, except for the wastewater. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we love you all. We really do. You guys are dynamite. I love your comments, by the way. But we love you all. You know we're going to return. I mean, hello.
We promise.
We promise. Bella, great show. Dynamite. Had a great time.
Yes, me too.
Good night, everybody. We love you all. See you next time. Next weekend. You're going to love it. And we got a lot of stuff coming up. But there's going to be a new... By the way, I hope this comes out before anything happens with these Bonginos and the Epstein files and stuff. You know, we might be late on the draw.
Right.
Because, you know, folks, this stuff has to be put together and then put out. It's not a live stream, you know what I mean? Anyway, we love you all. And we'll see you soon.
I've been the king, I've been the clown. Now broken wings can't hold me down. I'm free again. The jester with the broken crown. It won't be me this time around to love in vain. Come on, everybody! I say goodbye to romance, yeah. Goodbye to friends, I tell ya. Goodbye to all the best. I guess that we'll meet in the end. And I feel the time is right, although I know that you just might say to me, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? But I have to take this chance. Goodbye to friends and to romance, and to all of you, and to all of you. Come on now, I see you. Goodbye to romance, yeah. Goodbye to friends, I tell ya. Goodbye to all the best. I guess that